dress up in costumes to express the dance of death. For those who celebrated Halloween, they dressed up at night. Americans added trick-or-treating to Halloween. The Catholics had a plot to destroy Protestant King James I and the Parliament with gunpowder on November 5th, 1605. Guy Fawkes was the guy in charge of the gunpowder, but he was captured and hung. This became a celebration in England known as the Guy Fawkes Day. They wore masks, visited Catholics, and demanded cake and beer, hence trick or treat. On October 31st, Martin Luther nailed the 95 Theses up on the wall to dispute the Catholic Church versus the Bible. This was the day that was called the Reformation Day. The Protestants celebrated this anniversary. And here the Catholic uses this celebration to celebrate witchcraft and Halloween. The 95 Theses destroyed the Catholic Church as far as bringing out the Scriptures, and the people started to read the Scriptures and found out that the Church was totally going the opposite direction than the Scriptures. And the Pope was very upset. He says, "This is an act of war. Get Luther. I want him dead." Now let's get into what the Roman calendar has done to Easter. According to the Catholic Encyclopedia, Easter was named after the pagan goddess of the Anglo-Saxons named Eastor, or the goddess of the dawn. It goes on to say, the greater abomination. Are we really celebrating the resurrection of Christ, or Easter, the fertility goddess of Babylon? So you can see who is behind the calendar, who is behind these holidays, these satanic holidays, to get us away from worshiping the true Son, S-O-N, and worshiping the S-U-N, or Baal, or the goddess of Babylon. This is on the central entrance door of St. John's Lateran, the Cathedral of the Bishop of Rome, or the Pope's official church in the Vatican. And it translates the Supreme Mother of Churches. And there's only one church in the world that claims to be the Supreme Mother of Churches, and that is the Vatican, fulfilling Revelation 17:5, and it goes on to say, "And upon her forehead was a name written, the mother of harlots, the abominations of the earth." So you could see that John was describing who is the mother of harlots. As you could here, you can see the initials IHS on the Vatican's own coin. You really have to blow this up so you can see that IHS stands for the Egyptian deities, Isis, Horus, and Seb. And here you can see, we'll pan away so you can see the coin. And there is the Vatican's coin. This symbol in the yellow is the yin-yang. It's the symbol of the Roman Empire. It dates between the 4th and 5th centuries. Most people think it comes from China, but China links it back to the 12th century. So this insignia happens to be on the detachments of the infantry of the Western Roman Empire, and these are their different symbolisms of their infantry. And you can see the yin-yang is one of them. Here you can see on the internet they're selling the yin and yang Roman glass earrings. Then you can see the Roman symbol at the Walmart stores, the yin-yang, and it basically means this. Well, everything has its yin and yang side. It means there is a little bad in the good and a little good in the bad, which would mean there is no absolute good or evil. And here you see another photograph at Walmart showing the symbol of the Roman yin-yang. What you see here is the Iron Cross of Rome. And as you can see, the Pope wears the Iron Cross on his uniform. And right here is the Iron Cross with the Nazi swastika in the middle during Hitler's day. Remember what Daniel foresaw? He saw the New World Order splits into legs of iron, and iron is used throughout the scriptures to link it with Rome. Here's another photograph of the Iron Cross of the Roman Empire, and as we pull away you can see that it's Adolf Hitler that wears the Iron Cross. In fact, if you look at all the photographs of Hitler, the only medal he wears on his shirt is the Iron Cross over his heart. Here you also see the Iron Cross with also the skull and bones. There's also the Iron Cross on the Nazi flag. This is some history that the Vatican does not want you to know, or your media, or your schools. Hitler, born and raised a Catholic. On July 1st, 1933, the German government states that Hitler still belongs to the Catholic Church and has no intention of leaving it. You can look this up on the internet under the HolocaustChronicles.com. And here you see Hitler signing an autograph with a Catholic nun. Here you see on Hitler's coins, there's the Nazi swastika, and here's the church. And in fact, Hitler was inaugurated in this church when he came into power, and it was also the same church where the Second Reich was born, and now this is the Third Reich. Some of these quotes I'm going to read you comes out of this book, The Holocaust Chronicles, and you can get it at any bookstore. These are just some of the people that were involved in putting this book together. These are just some of the quotes here out of the book. In 1250, the papacy makes it clear to one and all that the Jews are stateless beings who depend on the kindness of the church for their very existence. And as you see here, there's a woman pleading for her life, a Jewish woman, and you can see the Catholic priest is sending her to her death. On April 26, 1933, Hitler claims that he is only doing to the Jews what the Catholic Church has already done to them for 1,600 years. On April 1943, the Pope Pius VII complains that the Jews are demanding and ungrateful. In this picture you see the Gypsy boys were selected for cruel surgery to remove their penises and testicles. Hitler was keenly interested in sterilization of undesirables as a way to control unwanted population growth. How sick. In May 5th, 1945, the presiding bishop of the German Catholic Bishops' Conference instructs his priests to say a Mass in Hitler's memory. So here we are, the Catholics are celebrating Hitler. Okay, listen very carefully. The beginning of the Third Reich. On July 20th, 1933, the Vatican signs a concordant with Germany. Pope Pius XI considers the treaty as protecting Catholic rights in Germany. However, by this action, the Vatican helps legitimize the Third Reich in the eyes of the German Catholic hierarchy and laymen, as well as of the international community. As a result, the Concordant helps pave the way for the Nazi totalitarianization of Germany's society and later German attacks on the European state system. This is what the Third Reich is, people. It's a concordant or a contract between the Vatican and Germany. This is a very telling